Okay, so as you know, we just celebrated Easter and the death and resurrection of Jesus. And I know you're probably going to be like, well, Landon, yeah, I know. And I did all these egg hunts, or I ate dinner with my family, and it was cool, but Jesus, I don't want to hear it anymore. But my message to you today is come as you are. Matthew 11, verse 28 says, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." That verse right there, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened." So you might say, Landon, but I party, but I get drunk, but I have these friends who smoke, and I smoke with them, and I sin, and I go and have sex, and I go and do all these other things. The word says right there, come to me if you're weary and burdened. So it's saying come just simply as you are, because we often get caught in this mindset where it's like, I have to be perfect before I come to Jesus. Landon, I can't come to church because the walls might fall down or the roof might cave in. And people say these expressions, but they're not realizing that God says, come as you are. So I want you. I have no care for what you've done, because that's what we just celebrated. Jesus just died on that cross, beaten severely to the point where he couldn't walk, and then he carried his own cross for you. They freed Barabbas rather than Jesus, and we are Barabbas. We are the murderer in this situation because we deserve to be on that cross. So my message again is come as you are. The Lord wants you. He has no care for what you've done. Jesus simply wants you. Simply wants you. So now it's about not being afraid to stand out and telling your friends, hey, I'm going to go to church. You went to church? Like what? And surprisingly, I got something out of it. And I felt conviction. And conviction, don't confuse conviction with shame, because shame is this thing that Satan will give you. This feeling of, man, I shouldn't have done that, and I'm terrible, and I'm awful, and I can't be forgiven. That's shame. But then you have conviction where it's like, why am I doing that? So after you just went and watched something you shouldn't have watched, or done something you shouldn't have done, and you go, man, why did I do that? That's conviction, where it's like Jesus is saying, what are you doing? Reminding you to stay on that path, that narrow road, because the narrow road is the road that leads to righteousness. Wide is the gate, right? That leads to destruction. So again, come as you are. Yes, I understand that you party and you drink and you smoke and you have sex and all these bad things, and you say, I can't turn to Jesus because I have to be better before I do. But I want you to remember today that Jesus wants you. He has no care about what you've done. So come to Christ as you are. And I'm not saying you have to accept Jesus and instantly change your whole life. Allow the Holy Spirit to move inside you. And if you don't know what that feels like, give it a chance. Because eventually you'll go from desiring this drug to going, man, I'm free from that. And I actually have no desire for that anymore. And that's the beauty of Christ. Once you start to follow Him and serve Him and live for Him, He'll take those nasty desires away. Now, you will still get temptations, absolutely, because that's just part of the world. But they're not going to last forever, because temptation is temporary. So again, come as you are. Don't be afraid to stand out. That might be the hardest part about faith, is yes, believing when it makes no sense is difficult, but at the same time, standing out and going, yeah, I went to church and I got something out of it, and I really enjoyed it, and all your friends laugh at you now. But remember, you've been saved. Come to Jesus as you are.